Hello everyone, and welcome back to UFO Evidence. Today we're diving deep into some of the most baffling, mind-bending UFO footage ever captured. Videos that have left experts scratching their heads and have fueled the debate over extraterrestrial visitation for decades. These aren't just blurry lights in the sky. These are incidents documented by credible witnesses, often with technology that rules out simple explanations. So, buckle up as we explore the stories behind these clips and try to understand what we're really seeing. Let's start with a classic, the gimbal video. Released by the Pentagon in 2017, this footage was captured by US Navy pilots from the USS Theodore Roosevelt Carrier Strike Group in 2015. What you're seeing is an object tracked by an advanced infrared camera. The pilots are audibly astonished. You hear them exclaiming, "Look at that thing, dude," as the object rotates against the wind, seemingly defying the laws of physics. They call it a gimbal because of its strange rotation. It's a fleet of objects and they're all going against the wind. The wind's 120 knots to the west. This thing is not just a weather balloon or a drone. Its speed, its movement, and the fact that it was one of several objects detected make it a truly unidentified aerial phenomenon, or UAP, as the government now calls them. The official release of this video changed everything, bringing the conversation from the fringes into the mainstream. Next, we have the equally famous Go Fast video, also released by the Pentagon and captured by the same Navy strike group. This clip shows a small, incredibly fast object skimming over the surface of the ocean. The pilots tracking it can't believe its speed. You can hear them trying to lock onto it, but it's moving so quickly that it's almost a blur. Skeptics have tried to explain this away, suggesting it's a parallax effect making a slow object seem fast. However, the data displayed on the screen, along with the pilot's own testimony, suggests this object was moving at truly extraordinary speeds, far beyond the capabilities of any known conventional aircraft or drone, especially that close to the water. The name Go Fast is an understatement. This thing is revolutionary. Let's travel back to 1997, to the infamous Phoenix Lights incident. On the night of March 13th, thousands of people across Arizona, including the then governor, witnessed a massive V-shaped craft silently gliding across the sky. While much of the initial footage was of flares dropped by the military during a training exercise, which they later admitted to, there's another part of the story that's far more mysterious. Many witnesses described a colossal, solid object, miles wide, that blocked out the stars as it passed overhead. Numerous videos captured a series of distinct stationary lights in a V formation. While the military explained away some of the lights, they never accounted for the massive, silent craft described by so many credible people, including pilots and law enforcement officers. The sheer number of witnesses and the consistency of their accounts make the Phoenix Lights one of the most significant mass UFO sightings in history. The footage that exists, though debated, captures a moment that thousands swear was not of this world. Now for something from a different part of the world, the Aguadilla, Puerto Rico incident from 2013. This thermal imaging video was captured by a US Customs and Border Protection aircraft. The footage shows a fast-moving object flying low over the land and then heading out to sea. This isn't just a dot in the sky. The object appears to be a metallic orb, moving at speeds up to 120 miles per hour. The most incredible part? It seems to dive into the ocean without slowing down, and then, moments later, either emerges or a second, an identical object appears and splits into two. The pilots tracked it for several minutes, and its transmedium travel, the ability to operate seamlessly in both air and water, is what makes this case so astounding. There is no known technology that can perform such maneuvers. A thorough analysis by a scientific group confirmed the object's anomalous characteristics, ruling out birds, balloons, or conventional aircraft. Let's move to a more recent case that has captivated the public. The Tic Tac UFO. First encountered by the USS Nimitz Carrier Strike Group in 2004, this object was described by decorated Navy pilot Commander David Fravor as a smooth, white, oblong shape, about 40 feet long, with no wings, rotors, or visible propulsion. Fravor and his wingmen were diverted to investigate a strange radar contact. When they arrived, they saw the object hovering erratically over a disturbance in the water. As Fravor descended to get a closer look, the object mirrored his movement, then accelerated at a speed he described as like a bullet, disappearing in an instant. It then reappeared on the ship's radar 60 miles away just seconds later. The infrared footage captured later that day by another pilot shows this same object being tracked before it zips off screen at an unbelievable velocity. The testimony from multiple pilots and radar operators combined with the video evidence makes the Tic Tac case one of the most compelling pieces of UFO evidence we have. Another fascinating piece of footage comes from the Space Shuttle Discovery in 1991 from the STS-48 mission. The camera, pointed at Earth's limb, captures several objects moving in the distance. Suddenly, one of the objects makes a sharp, unnatural turn to avoid a flash of light, seemingly a particle beam from the ground. Then other objects appear to respond, streaking across the frame at impossible speeds. NASA's official explanation was that these were simply ice particles reacting to the shuttle's thruster firings. However, many researchers have challenged this. They argue the object's deliberate, intelligent-looking maneuvers, especially the sharp turn, are not characteristic of inert debris. The speeds calculated for these objects are in the thousands of miles per hour. Was it just space junk, or did the shuttle's camera accidentally capture a battle or a chase happening right on the edge of our atmosphere? The debate still rages on. Let's head to Mexico, a hotspot for UFO sightings. In 2004, the Mexican Air Force released an incredible infrared video. A routine surveillance flight encountered 11 unidentified objects. The pilots couldn't see them with their own eyes, but their advanced equipment picked them up clearly. The objects flew in formation surrounding the military aircraft. The pilots were audibly confused and concerned, radioing back to base to confirm they weren't chasing ghosts. What makes this case so strong is that it involves military pilots, official equipment, and the subsequent release of the footage by the government itself. Skeptics suggested they were oil rig flares, but experts who analyzed the flight data and infrared signatures concluded that the object's movements and thermal properties were inconsistent with that explanation. The objects appeared to be moving with intelligent control. Finally, we have the Hesdalen lights in Norway. For decades, a remote valley has been the site of strange, recurring, unexplained lights. These lights can be as large as cars, appearing in various colors, hovering for minutes or zipping through the valley. A permanent research station, Project Hesdalen, was established to study the phenomenon. They have captured hours of video and collected tons of scientific data. Some footage shows brilliant orbs of light that pulsate and move against the wind. Radar has tracked them moving at incredible speeds. While some of the lights have been explained as mundane phenomena, like car headlights or astronomical bodies, a significant portion remains a complete mystery. Scientists have proposed theories involving plasma or piezoelectricity from the unique geology of the valley, but no single theory explains all the observations. The Hesdalen footage is a reminder that strange things are happening, and sometimes science doesn't have all the answers yet. From Navy pilots to astronauts, the evidence we've looked at today comes from highly credible sources, often using technology designed to eliminate guesswork. These videos show objects performing maneuvers that defy our current understanding of aerodynamics and physics. While none of them offer definitive proof of extraterrestrial life, they undeniably prove one thing. There are things in our skies that we cannot explain. And as long as these mysteries persist, we'll be here to investigate and share the evidence with you. Thanks for joining us on UFO Evidence. What do you think is happening in these videos? Let us know your theories in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update on our quest for the truth. See you next time.